not entirely sure I am sane. Hey guys, what's up? It's Sachika again. Welcome to my second video. I had a very different video planned for today, but things didn't work out quite as well, so plan B it is. Anyway, so today, first thing in my project bag is actually primer. It's the Benefit Professional. My parents got it for me for my birthday, I think a while back, and there's very little bit left. So what I have been doing in lockdown. So here's the thing. When lockdown started, it was, I would say, the 17th of March or around that area, and I was actually in the middle of my prelim exams, which I didn't get to give the last three, both maths papers and the main physics one. It's not such a bad deal, honestly, but I would have liked to give them because I would have liked to do well and bring up my grade average, because that's what went to Cambridge, and it wasn't very good. Second item on the list is this MAC Studio Fix foundation, and actually I don't really like the coverage, but I do want to use it up just so that I can save it from being expired. I'm gonna use this one. It's the MAC Studio Fix in the shade A15, or is it NC42? I'm not really sure, but yeah. So lockdown started in the middle of my prelim exams, which was not fun, and only a week into lockdown, on the 23rd, came the notice from Cambridge that they were actually cancelling the A-level exams, which was, again, fun. Because I was actually looking forward to giving the exams and, getting good grades and, increasing my art average. Cambridge cancelled the exams, and I mean, for the first 5 minutes it felt good. I don't have to give exams, I don't have to study, all that crap. And then I realized two things. One, I would not get graduation in the traditional sense. And two, I would not get prom, social, whatever. And so for the first time, I actually had a date with, and I was excited, and I actually had gotten a suit stitched. So again, not fun at all. Then came out the grading system of Cambridge, which said that they wanted the teachers to submit a predicted grade for us, and then they would kind of compare it with our past records and stuff or whatever. Honestly, I have no clue how they grade that, so they then said that they would grade us based on the predicteds mainly, and then we got, in form of a Zoom call from our art teacher, the enormous surprise that we had to actually send him a digital copy by 3rd of April. And I was not ready, obviously, because I thought I would have 20 days of April, or whatever, 15 days of April to put the finishing touches, the fun touches, finish paintings that I hadn't done. Basically, I was not ready. And he told us this on the 24th of March. So I had exactly from the 24th of March till the 3rd of April to get shit done. Honestly, I rushed that, and I was still extremely proud of it, but I rushed it, and I would have preferred not to rush it. Those 10 days, March and April combined, I was literally waking up at 8 a.m. and sleeping at 3 a.m. because I would just be doing my artwork, and I was, was it a bad time. Right, I'm using the NYX Professional Can't Stop, Won't Stop Concealer in the shade, in the shade Natural. Those were not enjoyable days, and my parents were actually still working, for those 10 days, and coincidentally the Monday after the 3rd they decided to shut clinic because the decree came in from the government that all private practices need to shut. Frazzled running around, but good news, I did get it done, which really shows you when you put your mind to it. And then I actually took the entirety of April off. Like, if you take a look at my bullet journal, it's literally empty. It says nothing. I have done nothing. I want to do nothing. Be lazy. Like that's literally what's written there. I can show you the pages. I didn't even get back to doing regular updates on my Instagram, which I had been neglecting for the past year because grade 12, I mean honestly. Oh, side note, I am blending my concealer above onto my eyelid. I don't, because I do have an eyeshadow primer that is in my project pan, but I'm just too lazy to use it right now. So I love to cook and bake, so I did a lot of that, like way too much of that. But you know, staying at home during April had become kind of a novelty. Oh, by the way, my A-level subjects were English, math, physics and art. Not exactly the greatest combination if you want to stay sane. Not entirely sure I am sane. Probably not. But ignoring that, the pressed powder that I'm putting in my project pan is the Rimmel London Stay Matte long lasting pressed powder. Pretty sure everyone's heard of this because in the shade warm beige, and actually I've already, if you look at it, I've already hit pan literally the entirety of my April. Just a lot of baking and cooking, a lot of sweet eating, nothing more. Then comes May. I made a resolution for May to be a little bit more productive, but I was mostly focusing on painting, but it also involved loads and loads and loads of Netflix. I cannot tell you how much Netflix, because seriously I have been deprived of Netflix for the last year. So my parents started work again in May because suddenly there was a government decree that every doctor has to work. So they started doing that. Give me a second, let me do my brows. Oh, and wow, second NYX product in this project pan. Anyway, yeah, eyebrow pencil I'm using is NYX Professional Makeup Eyebrow Pencil in dark brown. Okay, I also have this in here, which is the Nika Oh My Brow Eyebrow Mascara in the shade Serious Brown. So I have the Colourpop X I Love Sarahi. It's called, I'll show it you guys. It's called the Cheeky Pressed Powder Palette. I actually really love this palette, but it's getting really old and I want to use it up. So here we are. So now, since my parents started working again, I didn't actually have anyone to help me with the house chores. Then on the 16th of May, okay, 14th May was my parents' anniversary. I made some amazing Lash cake. I really don't know how to say that. My dad calls it tres leches, which is yeah, so I made some amazing cake for the anniversary, which is 14th May. On 16th May, I find out that I'm actually diabetic, and it's, so at first we all thought it was a lifestyle thing, you know, like type 2. My grandmom on my paternal side and my father, both type 2 diabetic. So just assume that it was genetic and that it was a lifestyle triggered thing, which it probably was, but I mean, turns out it's actually type 1. And eventually I'm gonna have to be insulin dependent, but not right now, not yet. So then came in all like the diet restrictions and you know, all that good stuff. Through that, I actually figured out a love for cooking. 27th May, my grandfather got pneumonia, and we had to get him admitted to the hospital. Now here's the thing, he's a heart patient, like he's been a heart patient for 30 years, and he had fever, as you do, and the COVID issue was like rapidly increasing in India at that time, and so everyone was worried. And so when we took him to the hospital, because he had fever, they put him with the rest of the COVID patients. Okay. Then he tested negative and they moved him to a normal room, and he was getting better and he was ready to come home when suddenly symptoms of COVID. And yeah, so he was in the hospital for a full month, and then eventually he wasn't getting better and they weren't treating him right because they were too busy, right? So my dad actually used to work in the hospital when he was admitted. So my dad pulled strings and got him home, and he set up like an entire mock ICU in my grandparents' house. And the thing is, my grandparents and I, we live in the same society, and we live in B building and they live in A, and yeah, it's like literally I cross the garden and I'm in their house. Anyway, so brought him home, he was getting better, he tested negative for COVID, and all of us were kind of overjoyed with, like, thank God he's out of COVID, because he was 77, 76, and his weak heart causing problems, and then he passed away on June 22nd. I was super close to him. Okay, so most of May and through June, it was mainly taking care of him. I'm sorry, I really don't want to talk about that, but I wanted to mention it. So one of the conditions of my admission offer is that I have to give an IELTS UKVI test, which honestly nobody I know has heard of before I told them. So I was going to give it. In fact, I've already actually given my IELTS and I got an 8.5, the IELTS academic, and then I go and I interview for UAL and they give me an offer, and that offer says I have to do the IELTS UKVI, and the one I did is not accepted. So on what day was it? On the 27th of June, right? No, we're in August. Sorry, this is July. The IELTS exam kept getting cancelled. Like, it got postponed twice. My parents and I decided to look into alternate testing because there couldn't be only one test that they accepted, right? And so we looked at the Pearson test, and so I went and I gave it on the 27th. Basically, I went and I gave it, and I didn't expect to do well because of everything. So when I actually got my results the next day, which 28th, I actually got a 90, which is apparently the maximum you can get, which is so strange. Like, why? Like, either keep it 100 or like, I don't know. 90 is such a strange grading system. Anyway, so I got a 90, which is maximum, which, thank God. I think I needed something like, right, mascara. This is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, which everyone knows it. So I needed a 43 or something, which is so, I don't know why is it so low. Yeah, okay, so the reason this is my project plan is it's been around for a while and it's almost over because I keep using it because I really do love it. But I will not be buying it again for a while because I have a bunch of mascaras to use up before I do. Alright, another thing. In June, I started to focus more on my Instagram because I actually remembered why I started that Instagram in the first place, and that was because I really genuinely love makeup, and every time I sit down to do it, I mean, it has this like strange, soothing, calming effect, even if I just have it on for like 2 minutes and I have to take it off immediately because. So I got back to it and I started posting regularly. And then I thought, why not post videos, tutorials on how I do it? And turns out I have a strange talent and liking for video editing, which is new. And I've been very consistent on Instagram now, so follow me. The bronzer I'm using, another NYX product, NYX matte bronzer in the shade Deep Tan. Oh right, so I actually applied for an internship in illustration, a work from home internship in illustration online to 2 companies, and they haven't gone back to me yet, and I applied to them like 10 days ago, so clearly they are not interested. The reason I decided to start the YouTube channel now instead of before now was because I, first of all, I gave you the entire rundown as to why in April I wasn't super interested, but I have been thinking about this channel for a while, and first of all, I want to do proper research into starting one and keeping up with it and what I should do, you know. Secondly, in April and May I wasn't super interested in doing anything. Then June onwards, I thought let me first start up by focusing on Instagram more than, you know, starting a whole new thing and then, you know, kind of losing track of both, which like tends to happen. Then I spent all of June and July getting a hang of updating regularly on Instagram. This palette is in my project pan because I've had it for a while. A friend actually gave it to me as a Christmas present and I love it, I really do. But again, like I said, it's old, so I want to use it up. Now the bronzer isn't the right shade for me, like it doesn't do anything. So I don't use that, but the eyeshadow is very, very pretty, and the highlight, and the blush is amazing. The thing about the stains is, I tried to use that at first, and then I just didn't like them because apparently I don't like stains. I didn't realize that. And yeah, so that section we shall be avoiding because like I started Instagram in like grade 11 at the start of it, and in grade 12 I completely lost touch with it. And I know I came back, but like I decided if I started late then there would be accountability, because I wouldn't have a super huge, I wouldn't have grown the channel by uploading all through July and August and September. I would only have 2 months of uploads, which is 16 videos, but still. Here's the thing, I did a ton of research, like legit, I spent like 2 weeks doing research just before starting this. Okay, now for lipstick, I have quite a few in my project pan for lipstick. Colourpop Ultra Matte Lipstick in the shade Saigon. This one is almost over actually, so I'm very happy about that. I think it'll be the first lipstick that I truly finished. Another one in my project pan is again another Colourpop lipstick, but it's the Colourpop Lippy Sticks in the shade Nevermind. It's this really rich, really pretty like purple color, which I love again. I'm putting practically all of my Colourpop lipsticks in here because I think it's been 2 years since I bought them and that cannot be good. This is another ultra matte one in the shade G. One more, same thing, ultra matte in the shade Rouge. These were like a set of 3, which I bought. Now this is another Colourpop one. I seem to have rubbed off all the details of it. Anyway, this was a metallic one. Like, seriously, look how pretty. And it is called Treat Wave. Now, I have a few more which are not Colourpop. Oh, and all the corresponding lip pencils as well, because I mean, so pretty. Okay, now this is a Kiko lipstick. It's a bullet lipstick, very pretty. It smells like chocolates, which is amazing. In the shade Smart. This is the color. So those are the lipsticks that, but before I put on lipstick, let us set. This is the Specialist Ultra Radiance Facial Rehydrating Mist. It's almost over, as you can see. Oh, this is by Benefit. And yeah. Okay, so I thought I'd finish this off by putting on the lipstick rouge and the corresponding lip liner. There we go, that is it. Now honestly, I thought I'd have more to tell you about my quarantine, my lockdown, but I guess that's how lockdown is. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then like it. Bye. Why? Now the reason I started to start face